Alright folks, day 27 on the Mountains to Sea Trail. I just started in on the Owl's Roost Trail, which is an advanced mountain biking trail and is also open to hikers. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm going to hike a whole bunch today. Get over to Bryan Park. Hopefully my bike will still be there. We dropped it off, locked it up this morning. And I don't know, Jennifer summarized it pretty well. It's like, this isn't my favorite part, or maybe I think she said this was her least favorite part of the trail so far. I think Owl's Roost is going to be fine here, but the hustle and bustle of the city is not as peaceful and relaxing as what we've grown accustomed to starting in the mountains. So today is another day of working toward getting caught up. I think I'm going to make a little bit of progress toward that today, and I should actually get caught up tomorrow. So we'll see if I can pull all that off. Actually a little bit chilly this morning, and that's fine. It should be pretty comfortable throughout the day, and that'll help a lot with getting me where I want to be. So there we go. Alright, so I'm probably halfway, maybe a little more than half done with the Owl's Roost Trail. Started out thinking, you know what, I think I could bike this. Now that I've hiked it a little ways, I could probably mountain bike it, but might have to get off a couple of places and might end up going to the hospital, never know. So anyways, yeah. Stuff like this would be challenging to go up on a bike, to say the least. Anyways, cruising along here beside Lake Brandt, and so far pretty peaceful out here. Definitely some boaters out fishing this morning, trying to catch the big one. It is a Saturday, so I'll probably see a good number of people out and about today, especially once I get off the Owl's Roost Trail. I assume, based on the number of people I've seen walking it, that even when it is closed as a mountain bike trail, it is still open to hiking. And if that is incorrect, it would be nice if it was posted somewhere. But as I was coming down, I saw some folks jump on it. I don't know if they're walking or jogging or what, but so I assumed that it was open. I was kind of curious, wanted to see what this advanced mountain biking trail was about. So even though it would have saved me about 3.5 miles to have just taken the greenway, I'm like, oh, it's closed. But no. Now I see what it's all about now. So there you go. Oh, crap. Alright, so as is the case with lake hiking, hiking around the fingers of the lake. So the bridge over there is where I was maybe 20 or 30 minutes ago. I've hiked up the edge over here. I was way over there on the other side doing the Owl's Roost. This Nathaniel Green trail that I've been following seems like it has a lot less people on it. And I don't know, I think the sign said like 3-ish miles from the Lake Brandt marina. I'm just going to keep cruising. Alrighty, I stopped and had my lunch back there at the Lake Brandt Marina, and as I understand the trail, it looks like I'm going to turn away from Lake Brandt and go over to Lake Townsend, which is, I believe both are drinking water supplies for Greensboro, but I think I got a road crossing coming up here. A good bit of hiking there along Lake Townsend leads me into Bryan Park and to my bike, hopefully. I've been surprised today by how much clear water I've seen. Yesterday everything was kind of muddy, so basically rain, heavy rain plus 2 days, and water's already starting to clear up again. Nice little walk along here on the Laurel Bluffs trail. Nothing too crazy. Poison ivy along the way, some places, nothing in the trail. I can't remember if the trail guide says not to do the water here or what. It may have said don't pull out of the lake. Clear streams like the one I showed you back there, I would do that if I was, if I didn't have water in my pack. I'd filter that and drink it, not worry about it. And stagnant water, yeah, I'll think twice about that. And the trail goes up here. This is about the hardest thing I've done so far. We'll climb here, pretty rooty. When in doubt with your water supply though, put the chlorine tabs in it. That's all that's it. You gotta worry about bacteria. That's your primary thing that's gonna upset your stomach. Saw your cotidin, however you say it. They'll filter that stuff out. They won't filter viruses. Probably not going to get a viral infection from a water source like this, but if you want to be sure, drop the tabs in it, let it sit for 20 or 30 minutes, however long the directions say. Gray squirrel. I've seen one, I've seen 1,000. At least since I started the MST. So yeah, nothing too spectacular here. I'm coming up on 9 or 10 miles that I've done today on the trail. I think I figured up last night, I think it's 17 trail, well, until I get the bike. And then, I don't know, riding like 20 plus, probably walking the bike about 2 miles. So, long day today. So Jennifer told me that we got a question on, I think it was YouTube yesterday, about bears, bear cans, I think it's bear spray actually. Do I carry bear spray? And the answer to that is sometimes. So I've read a lot of signage at different parks and stuff, and they have, everywhere has the general idea that I get from all my experience and study on the matter is that most of the time, if you're having a problem with bears, it is in a camping area, because that's when you're going to be, you know, sitting down, cooking your food, storing your food there. I've heard of very few instances of bears confronting hikers in the wild and trying to steal their food, like as they're hiking. But when they're camped, it's a different story. And if you have careless campers before you, you know, maybe they've left some food in the area that the bears can come up there and you know, munch on and think, hey, this is a food source, or maybe they get a taste for human food. So when I'm backpacking, backcountry camping, in other words, staying overnight in the wild with my backpack, my heavy pack, I will carry bear spray with me. And I keep it out when I'm cooking, basically when I'm at camp. I keep it out, keep it handy. I don't know, 4 or 5 years backcountry camping. My bear spray is actually expired. I have no doubt that it still works, but maybe I'll get a new can here in a little bit. But never had to use it. Never had a bear come up to me or anything. And I practice generally good hygiene with my food items and everything. Not sleeping with food in my tent, but I've never had a problem with a bear even messing with my bear can. So I guess that's a good thing. And some places they'll make you do a bear hang even though you have a bear can. Mount Pisgah Campground. Alright, Mount Pisgah Campground, they had a bear vault for food. So I put my bear can in the bear vault. So it's doubly protected. So there's that. And I prefer the bear can over just doing bear hangs. If nothing else, the bear can makes a seat that you can sit on while you're cooking and everything. So I kind of carry that as a double duty thing. I see people do the backpacking chairs, and the bear can is actually lighter than the chairs. And I got that thing for Shining Rock Wilderness because they're required out there. A lot of places you can camp there that don't have space for a bear hang. So there you go. Yeah. Just try to be careful not to be throwing a lot of scent out there and of food, and you'll probably be fine. I've encountered bears in the wild while I was hiking anyways, I think 3 times now in a whole lot of trips. So it's pretty rare to encounter the bears anyways, and every time they have went the other way. So that's what you can expect. The scariest one is when I encountered some cubs. Pretty sure I saw the mama bear slink off into the woods ahead of me. Usually the mamas are a little more keen on getting out of the way than the cubs. But she disappeared. One cub went on the left side of the road, one or on the trail, the other one on the right side of the trail. So at some point I was between a mama and a cub hiking through there, and that scared the mess out of me. That was a situation where I was glad to have the bear spray, dropped the pack, got the bear spray out, carried the bear spray probably for 10 or 15 miles after that. Like, I made sure I got out of town. But no problems. No problems out of that. I think I was scared more than anything else. Encountered a large male bear. He just took off running down into the valley. And when they say they can run, 30 miles per hour or whatever, they really can. They can go really fast. It was amazing to watch him. And then the most recent bear encounter, the mama and at least 2 cubs, little bitty cubs too, were off maybe 50 yards, maybe not even that much, off of the trail. And when the mom heard me, she startled and heard a loud crash, and then the cubs kind of climbed up trees there, so I didn't get between any of them. I got enough for that little bit of video, trembly video, and then I got myself out of that location. So there you go. Oh yeah, one more question I'll address that I've had before about the bears. So I've been asked, why don't you carry a gun for the bears? I'm like, well, I mean, I guess I could, but I don't think hunting rifles are allowed. I'd want to have a really big rifle if I was shooting at a bear. Shooting at a bear with a handgun, maybe if you're shooting a 45 or 50 or something, that might be big enough to slow them down. But in all reality, if a bear is mad at you and you shoot it, you're probably just going to make it madder, unless you're shooting it with like a high-powered hunting rifle. So my thought is that handguns are for protection from people, and bear spray is probably going to be more effective at deterring bears from messing with you, because their sense of smell is so strong. They suck up some pepper, and that is basically juiced up pepper spray. They're probably just going to go on somewhere else because they'll lose their appetite. That's my thought anyways, so that's why I prefer bear spray over firearm, at least handguns, for protection from bears. If I was going to guess, I would guess this is the Laurel Bluffs area. However, it looks more like Kudzu Bluffs. Alright, about to cross over North Church Street here. Somewhere. See the double blaze up there. See how dangerous this road crossing is. Doesn't look too bad. Heard a lot of traffic earlier, so we'll see. Hook around here. Oh, they even put a sign, so I know where I'm at. Alright, so I picked up Lake Townsend. City of Greensboro. Oh yeah, here we go. Alright, and looks like the Crockett Trail that I'm picking up now. Not sure if this will actually take me into Bryan Park, or if there's another trail, or if this is technically Bryan Park, but I'm heading that way. Alright, apparently I've picked up the Osprey Trail, and I guess that happened after a little gallivant on Church Street. Not a whole lot has changed about the trail structure. Saw a boat out here. Thought, oh, did they let boaters out? No, that's the lake patrol. So, I think Lake Townsend is boat and swimming free. I don't think you can swim in Lake Brandt either, but I've not seen any boats out there other than that one, so there you go. Looked at the map a little bit earlier, and it looks like both of these lakes are dammed up of Reedy Fork Creek, which I thought was interesting. I was wondering if it was the Hall River, but I believe the Hall River is north of us still, even though I think I'm going to make my way back to it before the end of the day. Now this is a power line cut here. Past a family back there, and their kids were pretty excited because they'd found a bunch of shell casings. They're shiny, you know. You bring kids on the trail, they always find something. May not be something that you like think, oh yeah, that's got great value or worth, but sometimes they find things and they're very, very interested by them, and I think it's good for them to get out in the woods and explore. And unfortunately, since I have been doing so much mileage, I really haven't been able to get my kids out on the trail much with me on this trip. That's definitely one of the points that I plan on improving upon when I get home, is taking them out and do more stuff. Definitely found some spots along the Mountains to Sea trail here where I can bring them back to. Alright, apparently motorized boats are allowed on the lake here. Don't know about other small craft, but just saw one shore here. I think I see another one under the bridge over there, so apparently I was incorrect in my assumption. Figured there'd be more out here, but I don't know why. All right. Let's see, I just crossed Yanceyville Road a little bit back. I picked up the Townsend Trail, and got like 3.5 miles to go till I get to the Bryan Park trailhead up here. All these thoughts I was going to talk about. Trail character has been pretty consistent today. Definitely been some places where it's opened up, been able to see a little bit. Trail around the lake. Up and down a little bit. Never far either way. And I will have gone 19 miles when I get to Brandt Park. And according to the GPS, I've been averaging 2.6 overall miles per hour and 2.8 moving, which in my opinion is kind of like flying. 19 miles in about 7 hours. I think that's going to be a new record for me. And normally a 19-mile day is enough for me to be like, yep, I'm good. But not today. Today I am going to keep going and try and bike like, I don't know, 20 some more and hike about 2 through the Guilford County Farm. So, long day today. This is probably the majority of my catch up that I'm trying to do so I can be back on schedule. And I guess it's a good sign for Falls Lake, because this is basically what I expect the trail to be like around Falls Lake. And maybe I can have some relaxing afternoons if I finish all my hiking earlier in the day than I'm used to. I figured those on about 20 miles a day, and not quite as strenuous as 20 miles in the mountains, gotta say. And shout out for whatever park agency, not sure if it's Greensboro or Guilford County, but whoever manages this. These have all been very nice trails, well maintained. Some places you could tell maybe it had been weed whacked more recently than others, but nothing where I was like, I can't get through this. Probably the worst section was there, Laurel Bluffs going through the kudzu, as far as touching stuff on the sides of the trail. For the most part, everything's been nice and clear, like this, which is why I've been able to average almost 3 miles per hour. Alright, so I don't know if I was just too early or just down on a remote end of Townsend Lake, but definitely a lot of boating activity out here, a lot of people out enjoying the water. And it is certainly a nice day for it too. Stayed comfortable all day long, never got too hot. I really haven't sweated that much either. Alright, I'm coming up on the back side of the soccer fields here at Brandt Park. Segment 8 is more or less over. This is another one of those where it ends somewhere where you're not like, wow, I really got somewhere. Just kind of hit like that last few segments, unfortunately. However, I am going to continue on into segment 9 today and knock some more of that out. All about getting in those miles. Apparently there's some kind of soccer tournament going on here at Brandt Park. I mean, I've seen plates: Florida, Maryland, New Jersey, Georgia, Minnesota, Illinois, Texas. There's a lot of people from a long way away here. Pretty cool out here at the Guilford County Farm. Just following the fence line along here. You know, as I was riding by the Guilford County Farm, I noticed there's a lot of barbed wire around there. And I was like, gosh, that almost looks more like a prison. Apparently it is. Apparently, yeah. Somehow it's affiliated with the prison system. So, oh, I wish I remember what the name of this trail was. It was like Jailbreak Pass or something like that. And for the most part, not too bad. A couple of places with some poison ivy encroaching on the trail, a little bit narrow. But for the most part, it seems like you can get through here. The MST guide, and I haven't looked at the trail guide from the Friends closely enough to see, but the MST guide app says that you shouldn't drink the water from the creek down here because it comes from the prison farm pond or whatever. So I'm not out yet, so I'm not gonna test it. Nice little walk through the prison farm here, or at least near it. Alright, this wraps up day 27. GPS said I did like, I think it's 43 point something. Started at Owl's Roost. Made my way all the way over here. Thought about going further, but I think my wife wanted me to stop, so I stopped. She said she'd be here in a few minutes, so I'll chill out and wait for her to get here. Let's see, theme for the day. Why not? I'll go golf courses. Went by at least 2, maybe 3 of them today. So, there you go. Or prisons. Well, just one. Anyways. Okay, just kidding, I wasn't stopping. And definitely the day of golf courses. Literally just walked out into a golf course. Like that seems to be the direction the trail is taking me. And through people's backyards. Cool. Dude's grilling. That's what I smelled. It smells delicious. Yeah. Looks like there might be some kind of something down here. Trail marker, maybe? Who knows? Yeah, Jennifer called me back and told me that she was 30 minutes out. I'm like, okay, well, I'll keep going. Yep. So here we go. Coming down here to the Hall River, just kind of hiking some of these little side trails. There's a little bit of road walk and stuff there too. So I'm going to try and get the bike over there so I can slay that road walk and then be where I can just start hiking in the morning, because the bike is 4 or 5 times, no, probably 6 or 7 times more efficient at dealing with the roads than my feet are. So ran out of water a little bit back, and I'm just hanging tight. I think I'll be okay. If not, we'll stop and get something to drink here in a while. Oh, there's the Hall River.